Hey guys, it's Jody with ReloadYourGear.com. Today we're going to be doing an AR-15 trigger job, or trigger enhancement. It's pretty simple. You just need a few things, and as long as you're careful with what you're doing, you understand what you're doing, you can stay out of trouble and not do anything unsafe. First, you'll want to take apart your fire control group, understand the parts, the trigger, the hammer, and the disconnector, and what we're going to be polishing on each. So here I'll do a quick video of pulling pins that are holding your fire control group in place, and everything just slides right out once you have your lower separated from your upper. So hopefully you know how to pull the takedown pins and accomplish that, and then it's just a matter of pushing two pins out and getting the trigger out. After that, we'll be using a extra fine and extra fine DMT diamond polishing stone. You can check the links down below in the description for both of those. And the idea is to start with the extra fine and then to work your way to the extra fine whenever we're doing the polishing of these surfaces. All we're going to do is be smoothing them out. It's important that you don't change the shape or remove a lot of material from these surfaces. They're designed to be safe the way they are, so you don't want to drastically change the behavior of the trigger itself.
Spots that aren't flat on your stone.
The advantage of these diamond stones is they stay really flat. Wet stones are good, and you can get them in really fine grits that don't take away too much material, but they do tend to get worn and curved over time, and so you have to re-flatten them. And these diamond stones are just a lot lower maintenance and good for this application. So what you want to do is take the end of the trigger, this face at the end that catches on the notch on the hammer. You just want to lay it flat on the surface and pull it straight across. You want to make sure you orient it this way so that the abrasions are in line with the travel of this face off of the notch on the hammer. So you just pull it down, assess your progress. You can see where there will be worn spots and light spots, and you can tell when you have a perfectly even flat surface. So what you'll do is do that on the extra fine stone, and then flip over to the extra fine and do the same thing. Make sure it's flat on that surface, and then drag it across for a few strokes and assess your progress. And what I like to do after I do both the fine and the extra fine is to use a little bit of polish on a polishing wheel and put that final finishing touch on those surfaces. And then sometimes I even take some material and polish the side of the trigger where it rotates in the lower, just in case it catches against the side of the lower itself. This is really not completely necessary, but it's a additional touch you can do to take any grit and drag out of that trigger to make it a little bit lighter. And after that, it's just a matter of putting it back in the way that you found it. You'll be putting that disconnector back in, making sure your springs are on, inserting that in below the safety, and then you'll throw your hammer on top, and once you do that, your lower is good to go. And you can test the pull, make sure you're happy with what you have. Obviously, if not, you can pull it back out and do a bit more polishing, but that is all there is to it. You could really do this in 20 minutes pretty easily if you have the things that you need, and you've taken a trigger in and out once or twice. It's pretty straightforward. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a good way to take an affordable, cheap Mil-Spec trigger, and it's obviously it's not going to change it to a second stage trigger. It's still going to be single stage, but you can take you could both make it a lighter pull, go from say 5 or 6 pounds down to maybe a 4.5 without changing springs, and you can make it the smoother and cleaner pull. So if you want to go even further, you can change springs out to make the pull a little bit lighter, go down to 3.5 pounds or whatever suits your application. And yeah, that's a pretty easy job too. Just maybe $20 with shipping to get those springs to you. And I'll add a link to a set of springs that I think are good in the description below, if you want to drop it even further. But for me, normal range shooting, not doing any precision stuff, this kind of job gets the job done.
So you can see that moving into position, and then just drop your pin into place.
So once you get that back together, it's just a matter of checking your pull, making sure you're happy with your work, and that's it.
Make sure you block the hammer so you don't damage your receiver. That's much better.
Like reviews that get straight to the point and don't waste 20 minutes talking. Hit the like button below and subscribe to keep up with the latest optics, guns, and shooting gear.